Hi, we're Orange Avenue.
And we love AVA Live Radio.
This is Brian J. Klein, and I love AVA Live music.
Hi, this is Naomi Som from Blue Cinema, and I love AVA Live Radio.
Hi, this is Tiffany, and I love AVA Live Radio.
Hey guys, this is Jacqueline Jax, and I love AVA Live Radio.
Hi, this is Steve Minotti, and I love AVA Live Radio.
Hey, this is Jessica from the American Vocal Academy, and I love AVA Live Radio.
Run and hide, Sunday girl. Hurry up and wait. I said wait all week until I wait.
Hello there, everyone. Thanks for joining me for Hot Topic Tuesday. I'm Jacqueline Jax, bringing you today's topic, SEO tips. I'm going to give you 5 easy SEO tips for your top search engine listings. Don't we all want to know that? Yes, we all do. So, guys, how is everything going? Did you join me for New Music Monday? Because we had a great show. We had Naomi Songs on, and Gareth Barker was on, and it was really fun. If you want to catch it and you want to rewind the show, go to avaliveradio.com, subscribe, and you'll get not only our marketing tip of the day, but you will also get the ability to go and check out all those previous shows that we've had from Hot Topic Tuesday, New Music Monday, and our women's health shows on Wednesday as well that we just started. You might enjoy those. So, guys, thanks for joining me again. You can reach out to me on Twitter and Facebook under Jacqueline Jax or AVA Live Radio. That's where most of these questions come in for Hot Topic Tuesday. Also, our first music marketing workbook is about ready to launch, and we also have marketing tips for bloggers about ready. So, to those AVA Live Radio fans, those are the people that are going to get those invitations to go find out where those books exist. I'm excited because it's coming, guys, so get ready for it. It's going to give you like 24/7 really interesting things that you need to do and follow as you go through marketing or branding your own blog or your music. So if you are in the music business and you'd like to start building your own personal brand, or you're a blogger and you really want to get that blog up and rolling, that's what we do here on Hot Topic Tuesday. So you'll want to get those workbooks when they come out. Really, really cool, and they're going to make it really easy for you to follow all of these tips and tricks right from your own home. And you just, it's nice to have it all laid out, isn't it, so that you don't have to go back and listen to all the shows and make sure that you have it all in order. It allows you to fill in your personal information so it makes sense and you have a reference to go back to. So I'm really excited about them. So, guys, I know you've heard it before, but search engine optimization is so very important. Last week on the show, I tapped on it just a little bit, and we did the week before, but we really didn't do the SEO tips as far as to get better search engine listings. So I'm going to do those with you today. I also have a question from a couple of people that came in. What I did is I kind of formatted this show with answers to those questions, and then I'm going to grab one of the questions from my email right after I finish my top 5 tips. So let's get started, shall we? First of all, the goal behind SEO and having good SEO is to increase your website search engine results, page ranking. So that basically is if you did a search for music or new music or rock music or fashion, you want to kind of show up in that top 10 search result. Now, we know that it's very difficult, or you might not know, it's very difficult to show up in a broad category like music because there are people that are paying for those spots, and there are also like major traffic drivers that are consuming those spots. That's traffic drivers that are getting like millions and millions of people. Those are questions coming in. Let me turn this down. Millions and millions of people that are driving to their website, and those are going to take up the first few spots. But what you can do is you can shoot for better search engine rankings in categories, not just specific broad categories, but more specific categories for your content. And that's what we're going to be doing here today, is finding ways to drive traffic to your web pages and your content that have to do with your content. So when they land there, they're more than likely to actually subscribe to you or buy whatever it is that you have to offer. And there's an art to doing this. You can either pay for someone to do it for you, which isn't a bad idea, but it's still won't guarantee those results. It depends on who you get. And it all depends on finding the right keywords. So I figure that if I tell you how to find the right keywords and give you the tips, then you'll not only be able to do it yourself, but you'll also be able to know the difference when you do hire someone or get to that point where you want to hire someone to do it for you or take over. So, like I said before, it's all going to be dependent on finding the right keywords that will not only attract the right clients to your company and your brand, but it will also be keywords that people are searching for. So, keyword and keyword phrases, what are they? They are the terms that readers enter into the search engines like Google to find things. So let's just think about that. My keyword or my keyword phrases are things that they're terms that readers enter into the search engines to find things. So now you have to backtrack a little bit, discover what it is that you're writing about or that you want to sell, and think of how you would go about finding other products like yours. Now, one of the ways to narrow down the search is talking about the keywords specifically. So let's talk about keywords as number one. It would be a total waste of time to optimize your website for keywords that are just not being searched for, correct? Yes. And how are you going to know that? Well, even if you do get top placement for a broad keyword, like I said before, that isn't what most users are looking for when they land on your site. So that's not going to help you. But you could figure out what keywords you wanted to shoot for by using a tool. And what is that tool called, you ask? The tool is called Google Keywords. And here's how to find it. You're going to go to www.google.com/SKTool. You can also Google it. So if you go to Google search engine and you look for the Google Keyword tool, it will come up. Now, it's going to be part of the AdWords program, but this is actually a free tool, so you don't have to purchase AdWords. You can just use it as a tool to find out how the keywords are ranking. Now, so I'm going to go there right now, and let's see, just type in, I'm going to do Google search, just in case you guys do that, and I'm going to put in Google Keywords. Okay, so here I land at the tool. A little gray screen comes up, it loads, and up at the top it says Google AdWords Keyword Tool. And as soon as that loads, I'm going to find something I'm looking for. So let's try, see, we have a lot of fashion bloggers that listen, and we have a lot of music people that listen. Let's try fashion. So if I were just going to type in fashion, and then it asks you to put in a case-sensitive caricature check just to make sure you're not like a robot or something. So if I put in the word fashion, it shows a ton of results. And you put in the word music, it shows a ton of results. What it does is it actually breaks down some specific results for you and tells you how many global monthly searches people are looking for that keyword. So this would be a way for you to try and figure out what it is that you're offering and find keywords or keyword phrases that would work better for you without having to buy a sponsored ad. But I have to say that even if you were going to buy sponsored ads, you would want to know what your keywords were and write down like maybe 100 of them that have to do with your blogs or your content or whatever it is that you're selling. And you would want to keep those on hand because as you go along, you're definitely going to want to refer back and list those as tags in everything you do. So I would suggest that you invest some resources in finding these best keywords and help that turn those searches into purchases and leads for your website. As I said before, that keyword tool is really, really helpful. So write it down. It's found at Google and just look for keyword tool and it will take you right there. So start by keeping searches and make them very large searches, and then start by narrowing down the category so that you can drill down to create the small clusters of keywords and phrases that will really, really help you. Just like I did here. Remember, I started with fashion or music, and then I came down to like women's fashion, fashion sites, men's fashion, summer fashion trends. All those little things are kind of drilling down the keywords, and those are things that you want to use. So the results will always return new suggestions and every idea every time you re-put them in. So keep trying and keep turning those down until you get a nice big list that you can use. Okay, so number 2 is content. Writing content on your website that utilizes the selected SEO, search engine optimization keywords liberally is very, very important. However, you don't want to spam. So if I were looking for music categories, I wouldn't want to use the word music too much. This is where you want to use some of those additional combinations, the more driven combinations. So you want to use the keywords often in your writing, but not too often where they're spamming. While you're not changing the meaning of the content, you want to make sure it has a natural readability. So don't make it so that it's just a bunch of keywords. Definitely incorporate it into your words, into your topic, and your conversation. And you should also include the SEO keywords at least twice per paragraph, just a couple of them. But be careful, once again, not to spam the same ones over and over. So you want to get really creative. And this is, again, where I'm saying when you have the topics all lined out for whatever you're writing and you want to attract certain people to a page that you're writing about, you want to have a clear understanding of what the content is on that page and what kind of person you'd like to drive to that page and for what reason. So in other words, if you're writing about a great concert that you just saw, you want to drive people to that have similar interests or that want to hear about the concert you just saw or maybe buy the music from the concert you just saw or things like that. So that would be a good way to drive traffic to a topic that's like that. If you're writing about fashion, then say you write about a great purse. You want to try and drive people looking for the purse manufacturer, people who want to look at new purses, people that are interested in fashion and style, how to style, things like that. So there would be a certain amount of keywords that you would use both in your content and also in your tags and things like that to try and drive people to the page that you actually have your content on. So that's content. Number 3 is content placement. That's what I call it. Number 3. So add the SEO keywords into other areas of your website, content placement. Okay? So let me explain. Not only should the keywords be in your written content, but it should be in the titles, the page titles, the emails, the post titles should contain some keywords, all of those things. Now, another place that you would want your SEO keywords to be would be called meta titles. If you're not very web savvy and good at designing websites, then you're not really going to know what meta titles and meta tag descriptions are, but you can ask your web service provider to tell you what they are and make sure that you have those additional keywords. Typically, if you pay someone to design your website for you, they'll ask you for a list of your top 100 keywords, and that's where those would go. They would use them in the meta titles, and they would also come up with a meta description that incorporates a lot of those keywords in support of what kind of website or material you are blogging about. The next thing is tag links. Under content placement, tag links are very important because bloggers who have like WordPress or Blogger or any of those great blogging tool websites, they use tag links. Also, YouTubers use tag links. That's just those tags underneath. And video bloggers, they use tag links. You need to use tag links and use your these keywords will also be used in this area as well. So those are very, very important because those tags are basically securing your place of where that blog is posted or where that YouTube video is and how you're going to rank in the search engine for not only the Google search engines but also for like the YouTube society. So if you're a YouTuber, you know that you do searches on YouTube as well as searches on Google, and you want to make sure that you get that good placement. So that has a lot to do with those tag links. Again, make sure the tag links are applicable to your subject matter. If you're writing about fashion, definitely don't put like, Rihanna unless you're writing about Rihanna's fashion. So You don't want to have people landing on your pages that just are not looking for what you're offering. Otherwise, it's not going to help you. You're not going to build subscribers. Nobody is going to click like on your link. They're just going to get off that page really fast and never read your content, and that won't do any good. Another place that we want content placement is in image description. So the next time you're saving a photo, use your name and keywords in that title. So in other words, you download a photo off the internet, and it gives you a chance to, or not off the internet, but off of your server, your own file, and it gives you a chance to name that picture. You want to name the picture using keywords that have to do with your picture. So in other words, if you're a fashion blogger and you're blogging and that picture has you in a really great black skirt or little black dress, guess what your title should be? It should be maybe your name and then little black dress, or great little black dress, or cute little black dress. If you're putting up a picture of you singing or your new album cover, then you want to put your name, obviously, and album cover of the title of the album. Or maybe great rock band or things like that. So you can understand that whatever your keywords would be, you want to try and incorporate those into your title, because people do image searches all the time, and that's a great way to be found. Now, number 4, let me have a little sip of tea here. It's at the end of my Tuesday, and I have been talking all day long, so my voice is getting worn out. Okay, so number 4, look at your traffic. Now, your traffic stats are really important. If you don't have traffic stats, then you can sign up for one of the free tools, and I'm going to go to one right now. Let's see. Get stats. And it's funny because we're going to talk about WordPress, and they have stats that they offer you, and so does there's a lot of analytics that go off of like Reverb Nation pages, a lot of these free web tools like Blogger and WordPress especially, like I'm going to talk about that soon. They all have free web stats, and they're pretty good web stats. If you go to something called Google Analytics allows you to create an account, and it'll show you how to do it. They have YouTube videos on how to set it up. This will give you free web stats for your blog or your website. So if you don't already have that tool built in and nobody has established it for you and you'd like to add it to your pages, you could do that through Google Analytics for free, and then there's also paid accounts and things like that. But I would just use this. So anyway, getting back to the stats, traffic is very, very important to keep your eye on, because if you don't know how your campaigns are doing, then there's really nothing to compare them to, right? So keep an eye on which SEO keywords are driving traffic once you start laying them in your content and using them as tags. And again, you can do that by Google Analytics. Now, I happen to use WordPress a lot. And if I go into my WordPress, one of my WordPress blogs, which I'm going to go right now, we're going to go to avaliveradio.com. And that happens to be built on WordPress to make it really easy. And we go into our dashboard, and then you'll see it says stats down on the right-hand side if you're a WordPress user, or if you have the WordPress app, which is also very handy, and you just want to click and go into your stats. Now, what this shows you is all kinds of really, really cool information about what's working and what's not working. And that's what we want to know. We not only want to know what country the people are from, which is cool. Hi, Russia, because I see a lot of Russians have tuned in to us tonight. That's interesting. I wonder what time it is over there. And Canadians, yay, hello. All right, so today we had Russians and Canadians, a lot of them. Oh, my goodness, on the website. So not only does it show you what country that you're coming from and your readers are coming from, but it also lists you the tags and categories, and that's what I'm specifically talking about. I want to look at tags and categories because I want to see which tags are really working for us and get a list of which categories people are typically looking at on the website. Now, everybody has categories. It would also be called navigation, but you want to look at those so that you can see how your traffic is being driven and where it's coming from and to what pages it's coming to. Those are very, very important tools for you. You want to keep an eye on those SEO keywords and see which ones are driving traffic to your website. Make sure that they're compared with a list of your top SEO keywords so that you can see if you're getting closer and closer to getting those really top ones that you're shooting for. Ask yourself, are all of these keywords that I'm getting people from, do they have to do with my content? And if they don't, do I need to change that, or do I need to create content that would be interesting to those people? And you can do that because, say you're an entertainment website, but a lot of content is coming in for looking for specific kinds of entertainment, then you may want to take a cue from that and start writing some posts or creating some pages on that specific content. Now, if it has nothing to do with you, then that's totally different. You need to change that because you know the people are dropping off pages and they're not going to stay there. So you just shoot for other keywords. But at least this will give you a really good way to judge how your keywords are performing for you and to see where your content is actually coming from. And after a while, you can figure out which SEO keywords you should concentrate on and which aren't worth your time and effort by checking your website and those blog stats. So that's all I'm going to say about blog stats for right now. Okay, so number 5. This is our final tip. Use the keywords to tag your tweets, your YouTube pages, your blogs, your Instagram, and your Pinterest posts. So be sure to use the ones that are applicable to your content. Now, I'm saying this specifically to you because it's such an important tip. And a lot of you ask me, how do I how do I come up with ideas to drive people to my pages? And this is such a good way to do it. On one of my previous shows and also on Marketing and Tip of the Day, I do go through ways to do that. So if you go to avaliveradio.com, and I can't stress enough that you really should subscribe to the blog to get the Marketing Tip of the Day because it just helps so much. And I go to categories on avaliveradio.com. I pull up Tip of the Day, and what I'm going to find is all of the tips that we list here. Now, specifically, like here was a cool one, 4 snappy post title ideas. That's a great way to use your keywords in there and come up with great ideas for your titles, because that really does determine if people are going to click through or not, and that helps get you better search engine listings. Also, SEO tips for using headers and bold type. There's some more tips for you. But what I wanted to specifically mention, and the reason why I'm on this page, is that on April 8th, we actually did a post on Marketing Tip of the Day called Instagram, a traffic driver, and we've also done ones on LinkedIn, Pinterest, Facebook, and Twitter. So we basically covered all of the major search engine drivers and ways to use them to drive traffic, and it tells you specifically in those posts how to use the keywords, how to tag, how to share them, where to share them, and tips on how you should be loading your pictures, if it's a pictogram or something like that, to the specific places in order to drive traffic to your site. So you want to go back and look at those Marketing Tip of the Day to do it. And once again, when we have those workbooks out, they're going to make it so easy, and I know that a lot of you have written in about them and want to see the workbooks come out soon because it's so much easier to have it in one form. And we do have those coming out soon, so I'm excited to say you are going to get them very, very shortly. Well, guys, those are my tips from SEO and promoting your content online. I hope that was helpful. I do want to just take one question that I saw came in here, and that's from Alan in Iowa. And we're going to post it up on the website too, Alan. So he said, "Hi, Jax. I'm not great at all this technical stuff. I want to try blogging, but I don't want to spend a ton of money, knowledge. I don't have a lot of knowledge and time for setting up a website and getting traffic to it. Any suggestions for an easy fix? Is this possible? Thanks for all your help. I love your show and follow you faithfully." Oh, Alan, thank you so much. So, hi, Alan. I really appreciate your faith in me. Really sweet, and thank you for being a faithful follower of ABA Live Radio. We're so glad that we're able to help. What you're looking for, it's not impossible to find it all. In fact, like I said before on the show, I'm using a free service for my new blog, blondiebeach.com, and also ABA Live Radio, and a lot of the other blogs that I maintain. And I'm really happy to say that it also has an iPad or an iPhone app in support of that allows you to blog right from and maintain the site right from your iPad or your iPhone. I maintain them from my iPad, so I've done this for several years, and it's really easy, simple, and I can't tell you how uncomplicated it is to build a site yourself. So they have templates for that. So the service is called WordPress. I'm going to do a Google search so that you get the address lining in. And what you want to do is go to wordpress.org. That allows you to, tells you all about the web software and things like that if you want to build on your own server. If you want to set up a WordPress site for free just on their server, then it's a great blogging tool. You can do that just by going to wordpress.com. And you'll see the differences. And if you want to look up some videos on YouTube, you can also do that. Just look it up and find out how to use WordPress and the two differences. One is building your own website, which gives you a little more flexibility, but it's a little harder. The other is just starting a blog on wordpress.com. It's free, and all you have to do is you can forward your own.com to that address so that you can actually use it as your own.com. You set it up with a template. You can do static pages, or you can do a blog page where it's just constantly feeding all of your new content. There's a lot of really cool stuff. There's even like music pages. If you're into music and you want to post a music page and create it with WordPress, you can do that as well. So I also wanted to mention another thing. The service from WordPress, it takes care of about 80 or 90% of the mechanics of SEO for you. And according to Matt Cutts, who was head of Google's web spam team, they said that all of the free themes that are on WordPress.com are optimized for search engines, which means they are designed to make it easy for the Googlebot and other search engines to crawl through them and discover all that fabulous content that you're about to write. So that's the main reason why I would recommend WordPress for something that's really quick and easy for you to get started right away, create a little environment that looks pretty and is interesting and kind of goes with your own personality. That's a great way to start before you're ready to build your own website. And then you can as well transfer all that content just by a simple feed, like it's an import feed, from whatever you do on the free site to your own.com eventually. Very, very easy to do. There are videos on YouTube showing you how to do all of this and setting up using WordPress. It's very easy for you, and I hope it helps. So guys, if you have any questions, be sure to get in touch through our website, avaliveradio.com. Find us on Twitter, find us on Facebook, and send me comments and questions. I'm happy to answer them for you. You'll probably end up on Marketing Tip of the Day, and you might end up on Hot Topic Tuesday. Don't forget, if you're a musician and you want to submit your music for New Music Monday, you can do that on avaliveradio.com. Just go and hit Submit My Music, and that's it. You can just submit your original tracks right to us. We'll let you know if they're going to be played on the show. Don't forget, guys, that marketing workbook is coming out soon, so get on the fast track to success in music marketing and blogging and building your personal brand by signing up for this workbook. Make sure you keep an eye out on AVA Live Radio for those things to come out. Until next Tuesday, I am signing off. This is Jacqueline Jax with Hot Topic Tuesday on AVA Live Radio. I'll catch you guys tomorrow on our Women's Health Show, Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. See you guys again soon.